Hey everybody, let's discover crypto. I was seeing if it was going to come back in a camera frame. It is Tuesday, September 19th. It's 11:33 a.m. Thank you for joining everybody. We got AJ and Drew on the ones and twos. How are we all doing today?
Another day in the life. It's Tuesday.
Okay. I thought that said XRP for a second. No, that's EXP.
Express. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's what I'm wearing. It's today's show brought to you by Express.
Nice.
You know what is brought to you by the Express conduit of information flowing directly into your brain. That is Discover Crypto. We also got Drew on the board here.
Yes,
now,
yes.
Drew, you were late today. You were looking for a F-35, right?
Yeah, no luck. Nope.
There is a debris field in South Carolina. I don't know if you've
saw
seen that.
You know, it's kind of just incredible how they act like they can lose an F-35. You know, you got to assume that there's some tracking systems on one of the most technologically advanced
No, it has
hardware
stealth
in the US.
capabilities, and they turned it on.
It's like, I understand, like, losing your sunglasses.
Yeah.
I understand losing your wallet or your cell phone or like my ID on a plane. That has happened. But to lose an airplane, I don't know, man. It doesn't add up to me. Where are you at with it?
So it is like they lose $3 million on a seed phrase or a hard drive in a landfill.
Right.
That's easy to lose.
That's easy.
Yeah, it's it's this small, it's in a gigantic landfill. Yeah, no, we have something like cruising around. Yep. I've heard that NASA, they can track everything bigger than a football, so that probably means everything bigger than a softball.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
well, the Pentagon does lose trillions of dollars at a time from here and there, so it does happen. I know that they misplace trillions of dollars. Things happen.
DN says they have one for sale. I don't know if you guys saw that. Was it Craigslist ad? And it was like F-35. I have to move this thing fast. It was like in South Carolina. It was pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
Guys, make sure you are sub to the channel. We putting out the lives, we're putting out the shorts, we're putting out the videos on the regular. AJ, what is your next price prediction?
I think I'm going to do it on Caspa. I've had a lot of people asking me about a Caspa video, just so many, because it's all. But the thing with this video is that with all the other videos, I can go back and like look at all the previous price action, the previous dominance levels, the previous market. With this, it's like, here we go. It's basically just a video on its tokenomics and a range of like what's going to be possible with its market cap compared to other coins that are doing a similar kind of thing that they're doing. So I'm excited to dive into it. Haven't done it yet. Probably going to film Thursday.
Well, make a price prediction video where it goes to a penny so that I could buy a bunch. But speaking of prices, let's look at the crypto prices for today. Looks like the markets are maybe slightly edging up. We're going to go ahead and refresh this just to make sure. Yeah, it is a slight movement to the upside here, 0.3%. We have 24-hour volume coming in at $38 billion. Bitcoin dominance, I think, is up 0.1. It was 47.3. It's now 47.4. And we have gas really, really low, coming in at 18 Gwei. Bitcoin is up slightly, 0.6%. So not a whole lot. The 1 hour candle is bigger than the entire 24 hours. So we went from negative into the positive in the last 24 hours. Ethereum still playing catch up, still down slightly. BNB down slightly. Lido staked Ether down slightly, but Cardano up above 1% and Dogecoin up above 1% and Solana up exactly 1%. Matic up 2.2%. Polkadot, I think it got a little bit of bad news lately, right? It's down 1.1%. All these are not really moving too much. We have Chainlink cooling down. Cooling down, it was close to 10%, now coming in at 1.6%, so 15% for the week. What about the biggest gainers? And guys, I haven't checked this, and today I have a good feeling. Today, none of my coins are going to be in the top losers. How do I know? I don't know. I'm just trying to manifest it because I think this is a simulation. If I say it and I believe it, I'll make it happen, everybody. We do have one of my coins in the top gainers. It's just not much I have much of. I don't even know what I can do with my KuCoin shares because I have some coins stuck on KuCoin. I can't trade. I can only withdraw. What the heck am I going to withdraw my KuCoin shares in?
Yeah,
it has to be into something, right?
That's a really good question.
Maybe it's in bind. All right, so if you ever find yourself in this boat, here is what you do, folks. You go here, you click on the coin. Okay, I have some KCS. I don't know what the heck to do with it. So where can I transact with this? All right, so you go here, you click on markets, and it's KuCoin only. No. Looks like there's one MEXC. Okay, there's an Ascend ProBit. I think I'm in ProBit with my XTP, so I might just turn it into more tap. Maybe that's what. Oh, wait. They have Uniswap V3. Okay. Oh, I didn't know it was honestly
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was an ERC token. That's how much I've looked into KCS. It was, you know what, I used the exchange and you could stake it and earn APY. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? It's like a little, it was a small amount in there, no giant bag or anything.
I remember when it first came out that like KuCoin was not going to be in America anymore. The first thing I did was I went to KCS and put in like a 5x short on it and just wrote it out for like the remaining weeks until like all the American users had to get off of Coinbase, and that cart just slowly fell.
Smart.
And I cashed out at KCS when I left Coinbase.
Good trade.
KuCoin, excuse me. Yeah.
Good trade.
Yeah.
Next we have AJ and Drew's coin, and not DZ's coin, unfortunately. Caspa. So maybe I think the Caspa price prediction, the people are wanting it, the streets are calling for it.
Yep.
We have Neo is up as well, Cosmos, Stacks always likes being in some of these top gainers and losers. And then we have Polygon. Okay, so then we have some Graph, we have some IMX. All right, I have a couple coins in the top 10 gainers. All right, but now we go into the losers.
Okay.
I don't want to be a loser. I like Beck and I like the song, but I don't want to be a loser today. Rollbit losing, number one loser for today again. All right, so we have Rollbit down. It's down 5.5%, doubling the losses of the next loser, which is Radix, followed by Clayton, then Aptos, then Thorchain. Okay, so nothing else. Maybe I have a little OP on like Coinbase. I haven't had ETC in years, but HBAR is down, but really nothing is moving too much once you go down this low, 0.7%. Really the only big movers, we have Radix at 2.2 and Roll Bitcoin down 5.5% right there. No, I don't have any synthetics. No, synthetics is SNX. Stacks. I don't have any stacks. That's the Bitcoin play. That's kind of a Bitcoin play. Some I should maybe look into it. Is AJ wearing sleeves? Because
I can't see them.
I didn't
either.
look over.
I can't see them at all.
They're gone.
Got him.
I thought it was gonna like mimic your arm sleeves, like tattoo.
Like,
No, okay. I can't see them either.
See you there,
Can't see them.
All right, you call this a Bitcoin pump? No, but you know what? It is moving to the upside. If we look at for the total, hey, it's up 5% for the week, and we take those victories. Okay, we take all the little victories we can. But what is going on with Bitcoin's next move, folks? We need to talk about the debt. 30. You see that? You see that number right there? 33 trillion with a T. Okay, not a B, not an M. $33 trillion. U.S. national debt hit a record $33 trillion amid the soaring interest rates, which is, a historical high, all-time high. For the first time in history, it has exceeded $33 trillion. Hanging around that 32.7, 32.8, now past 33. Reported the Kobisi letter on September 19th. Additionally, they've added a total of 11.5 trillion debt in the past 5 years. At the same time, we're on track for a 1 trillion in annual interest expenses. The letter added, interest will soon be the U.S. government's biggest expense. How can this end well? That is not great. That is not great. When you start thinking of the compounding interest payments that are going to be happening, and then we have some debts coming to maturity that are much, much lower interest rates. And so what do we do with this debt coming to maturity? We kick that can down the road. We have a trillion in debt coming to maturity. Do we pull $1 trillion out of our pocket and pay it and say, all right, the $33 trillion debt, we just had $1 trillion come to maturity. We paid it, baby, and now it's down to 32. That is not what happens. That trillion comes to maturity, and they say, well, go ahead and kick the can down the road. But sir, the interest rate was 2% then, and now it's going to be 7%. I don't care. Kick the can down the road.
Yep.
And that's what's happening right now. So $1 trillion today, then it'll be $2 trillion in annual payments. Then it'll be $4 trillion. Then it'll be $8 trillion. Then we're shaving off little slivers of Bitcoin to buy your Sprite at the gas station there. We have AJ. Please do Avalanche price prediction.
All right. I'll cave eventually. Once I'm like kind of running out of coins. So I suppose. Okay. I don't want to, but I will. Just for you, Retro Gaming.
Guns and Loaded, interesting name for this comment. You got to have faith in your government. Is that why you have the name Guns and Loaded? Because that name makes me think you don't have faith in the government. It's the opposite. All right, we keep saying, keep scrolling here. The real-time U.S. debt clock website puts the actual figure at 33.04. Comparatively, the entire crypto market cap is worth just 1.1 trillion by 2027. counter estimates a national debt figure of $45 trillion. According to the St. Louis Fed, government expenditures and interest payments alone have surged to almost $1 trillion at the end of Q2, when the last figures were included. And on Monday, Bean and Crypto reported that personal interest payments have reached a record $506 billion in July. This is an 80% increase since 2021 due to rising interest rates, which are currently 5.5%. I wonder if the personal interest payments counts for a personal home loan. I wouldn't think so. I would assume that is credit card debt, but I don't know. The Bean counters, you know, I don't know how they do that data right there. How you guys feeling about the debt? So has anyone watched the Ray Dalio speak on All In yet?
No.
Okay, he lays out some outlines of, well, this has happened in the past. It happened with the British Empire. It's happened, you know, the Dutch Empire, and then here's the steps that happen. You know, they start printing a whole lot of money. So this trillion that is added annually for interest payments, are they going to increase taxes, reduce expenditures, or are they going to print money and then it just becomes a self-fulfilling cycle? And although the economy goes down, you have these wealthy individuals. All right, so you have a nation state on the decline and another nation state, you know, on the rise. It's a 10 to 20, 30-year transition period. But debt is relative. So Chinese, they have a lot of debt. America has a lot of debt. Japan has more debt than anybody per capita basis. So what do you do with all this debt? You know, people are going to say, oh, well, America debt is so terrible. Let me just pour into Chinese debt? That doesn't sound like a good idea. So historically, what happens when the debt reaches and you see an empire on the decline? They go into tangible, hard assets. Traditionally, it's been gold. But we're talking about 1917. Okay, we're talking about 1823. They're going in gold. What do you think they're going to go into in 1933? Are they going to go to the pawn shop and, hey, babe, I got a bunch of bullion silver and some gold coins. Let's go ahead and dig a hole in our basement and bury it. No, they're probably going to pour billions, if not trillions, if not quadrillions into the crypto sector. And that's my bold prediction. So as America goes in decline, Bitcoin is going to be the relief hatch, the escape valve for a lot of Americans with a whole lot of wealth, because they see, well, I guess I could put it in the emerging empire, but is that going to do anything? Maybe not. I don't know. So I'm finding a big bullish case for Bitcoin there.
I think that's a good take, but like there is a point where I know that our government and how it operates, and like the fact that America is still the world reserve currency means a lot to them. And I kind of feel like they're trying their best to hold on to it as much as they can. Like they do not want to lose the world reserve. And I kind of feel like if everyone goes into Bitcoin way hard, like anytime anyone goes into any asset, like that's kind of why China was like, they don't want money to leave the country. That's why they had so many bans on it. And that's why there's so much regulatory pressure on crypto, because they don't want everyone to abandon the dollar. So like in your version of that story, DZ, like does Bitcoin become the world reserve currency?
It's, you know, I saw that outline where someone was, I think it was the fake Louis C.K. He's like, okay, I'll buy it. You know, what happens if we do just base everything in Bitcoin? What does it look like? It's a non print money economy, and we've never had that in mankind's history.
Right.
So I don't know. It's uncharted territories. What did someone say? Hard assets isn't crypto. It's like gold and stuff. True. I'm saying the definition will change as we move into just a new realm of technology. All right, let's talk about each. All right, so back to the national debt. What would the national debt be on a per person basis? Okay, so we got this huge looming national debt. It's in the trillions, 33 trillion. Per taxpayer, 10 Bitcoin. Each taxpayer would have to pay 10 Bitcoin to get even with the U.S. national debt. How's that? Does that make you want to buy some Bitcoin? It makes me want to buy some. In this context, the website shows an astonishing debt of $250,000 per U.S. taxpayer. That's not going to be per citizen or per person residing in the country. It's per taxpayer. I think there's only 150 million of those. By dividing the total debt superior 33 trillion by the number of individuals that were taxed in the country. If someone does the math, they can figure out what is the amount of taxpayers in the nation here. At current prices, it would be impossible to pay all the U.S. Treasury investors using Bitcoin's maximum supply of 21 million Bitcoin, as the national debt would surpass it by 58 times for an equivalent amount of 1.23 billion in the leading cryptocurrency. So yeah, our debt much higher than the entire Bitcoin market cap there.
Good point.
Why? what is the U.S. national debt? Why is the debt? Well, it is the national debt. There's controversy among finance experts about the real ability of the Treasury to honor these payments, considering such an elevated value and comparison metrics like the U.S. GDP and available money supply, arguing that if all investors try to be repaid, the U.S. would probably default on this debt. Then I would say you see a whole lot of more missing F-35s if that were to happen. They'll be missing over a bunch of other nation states' capitals.
The USS Ronald Reagan all of a sudden gone missing. So
yeah, and it's right outside our adversary's coast. All right, and you will take our dollar. You will buy our debt, boy. They would say in like an old Southern gentleman's voice. All right. Well, Bitcoin will skyrocket after ETF or nah? What is your definition of skyrocket? I think we get that approval. It's tough for Bitcoin to hit double-digit gain for a day, 10% or higher. Yes, it will happen. What do you say? 10% or higher, or 9% or lower?
I would say 10% or higher, but I also want to limit expectations past 10%, because Tim and I just had this conversation this morning where he kind of added up the AUM, assets under management, to of all the people applying for ETFs. And I don't want to say what he came up with, but stay tuned for that piece of content. Tim's working. Yeah, it's pretty smart. Pretty smart.
Okay. All right. Let's get into the last part of the debt here. Then we got charts with AJ, everybody. Billionaire Ray Dalio warns more money printing coming for U.S. amid rapid debt accumulation. I actually haven't read this article yet. I just watched it last night. He believes that the U.S. will likely turn on the money printers again as it takes on more debt. Speaking at the All-In Summit, he says U.S. will eventually struggle to pay off its financial obligations as it piles on more and more debt. What happens is the debt rises as relative to incomes. What that means mechanistically is that debt payment or debt service payments rise relative to incomes, so it squeezes out a consumption as the debt compounds. And what happens is their realization that they have to print money. I think you're going to see that in the next downturn, another move to print money. Dalio also says there's a big risk looming for the U.S. He knows that the U.S. bondholders may see it fit to liquidate their holdings if the value of their bonds decreases due to money printing. Says Dalio, the big risk comes when they don't want to hold the bonds anymore because of supply demand. And because when U.S., in this example, when a country has a deficit, it has to borrow, so it sells its bonds. Who are the buyers of the bonds? Why do they buy? The buyers of the bonds buy because there's an attractive return. Not only do you have those amount of bonds, but when they start to realize that they're not getting good returns, they can sell those bonds. Really, really good talk. It's about 35 minutes. I highly recommend everybody check it out. It's simple. Debt is a lie for slaves, and Bitcoin is the truth that will set you free. Ooh, I like that. Can AJ evaluate let's see, there's coins in the future? Yes. What do we have for the charts, AJ?
Right now, I want to start off with the ES1 exclamation point. I always start with this chart, Drew, if you could pull that up really fast. So this is how I like to look at the stock markets, the E-mini futures chart. This is the daily chart. As you can see, it kind of coming down from a lower high, unfortunately. Like I said yesterday, it does not completely correlate to crypto, but I still like to have a good idea of what's going on in the stock market. I would like to see it, if it turn around before this yellow line that I just drew right there, so it can maybe double bottom idea, a higher low idea, something like that. Because if you look at the visible range volume profile, if it falls below this line right here, you kind of got a low volume node until here, and then there's actually kind of support resistance line at the point of control on the visible range volume profile down there. So, and you also want it to respect that white trend line right here. So kind of keeping a close eye on the stock market, as I always look at the stock market before I look at crypto. So this is something I want to point out about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, there's kind of a bullish narrative right now, but I still just want to show you this for perspective. This is the Bitcoin monthly chart. When you look at it like this, it kind of freaks me out. Okay, it does freak me out, but there's a caveat to this. So this is the monthly chart, but when you zoom, this is, you're kind of looking at it, it's coming in, it comes down, and then it just gets rejected, lower high, looking for downside. That's the first thing that comes to everyone's mind when you look at this chart, at least my mind anyway. But then when you zoom out of this chart, okay, it doesn't look that bad when you consider the overall uptrend. And it also doesn't look that bad, obviously, when you zoom in and realize that this yellow line I have drawn right here, right around the $24,600 range. Like I said last week, that is my deal breaker line for if Bitcoin goes past this, like below it, I'm shorting altcoins. If Bitcoin can bounce off this, I'm going long. So I am being very patient to see what happens with this support resistance line. But another thing I want to point out is that I want to pull the MACD down here, the moving average convergence divergence. And it's very interesting because although as bearish as the chart looks, back here in the summer, we actually had a MACD cross on the monthly chart. I mean, when the MACD line, the blue line, goes above the signal line, the red line. And how many times has this happened since, 2019? Two times? Yep, 2 times has the MACD bullishly crossed the signal line. Since 2019, this is the third right here. And although the chart looks like it could fall off the face of the earth right here, like this chart very well could go and then retest. It looked like the beginning of this chart is not the best look. But I do like that, it is kind of coming in from the momentum oscillator to come up to the upside. And I do like that the MACD crossed on a monthly chart. The larger the time frame, the bigger, the more relevant, the more important something is. I also kind of want to zoom in to the 12-hour really fast for some perspective. Right now the 12-hour chart looks super bullish. It came close to this, let me just go to this only. It came close to this, line here. This is my deal breaker line right here. It put in a higher low, very important. It's going to retest the 200 EMA. There are bullish order blocks right here, around 27.8. But, and there's also bullish order blocks all the way up at 31. And where 27% of the volume sits up there. And it's also interesting where we are with the visible range volume profile, because we kind of, a lot of the volume right here with the point of control, but there's kind of a low volume node all the way up here until we get to the low $29,000 range. So I'm hoping Bitcoin can continue this. But like I said, when you zoom out, it doesn't look the best. I mean, even if you just look at like a 2-week chart, like just a 2-week chart, like that's sorry for all the squiggle lines that don't disappear every time I change the chart, but that is kind of terrifying when you look at it like that. But like I said, this yellow line is my deal breaker. And as it's going up, there is an idea for bearish or bullish. It could go up or it could go down, but I'm leaning more towards down for a little while. Yeah, okay. I think this could be a bull trap.
All right. Well, Dave Digital says never trust a TA guy without arms. That's ableist.
Well, I have arms.
Ableist. All right. Well, I do have during the X minute, I'm gonna give you a stock pick, and it might be worth buying. I'm gonna look into it. There is a deep dive on it. It's my most recent like if you want to front run people.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about Bitcoin's next move, everybody. Up and to the right, eventually. All right, on-chain analysts, take that to the bank. On-chain analysts concerned over Bitcoin's financialization and its impact on market behaviors. We're talking about Peter McCormick, and he was on Willy Woo's podcast, and he was talking about, just his growing concerns over the financialization of Bitcoin. According to Woo, the introduction of various derivative products has the potential to manipulate the price and drain its liquidity. And here Woo's talking about Bitcoin's Sharpe ratio. And this is the amount of times Shannon Sharpe will talk about it on Skip Bayless. No. This is a financial metric. It's a financial metric used to assess the risk-adjusted return of an investment. It's a lot of what's going on, a bunch of weird stuff, subtracting risk-free rates and dividing results by volatility and measured by standard deviations, yada, yada, yada. It's basically a declining ratio suggests the risk-adjusted returns are diminishing. It's increasingly behaving like traditional assets, which is a point of concern for some market observers. They like the risky behavior. They like the volatility, and they like to be able to chart and ride the wave with the whales and then dump on the minnows here. Well, Wu noted that the Sharpe ratio is exceptionally high, beating all other assets, but has now dropped to levels similar to those of assets like equities, gold, bonds, and emerging currencies. So it's still the riskiest asset, but barely. And then Daily Huddle highlights Wu's thoughts on the probable approval of a spot ETF. He's saying it could be a positive development. He warns that it could have come with the downside of a larger entities gaining the ability to influence Bitcoin's price. He mentioned that these paper markets have a considerable capacity to control the market, which is a point of concern for him. Yeah, I would say the issue with that, though, is they can already manipulate the price. They don't need the ability to have a ETF. You don't think they could just call up their trillionaire friend? I'm joking, I know, but you don't think they just call their friend? hey, just market dump, I don't know, $100 million worth of Bitcoin, or market buy, let's do this. I mean, of course they can. Of course they can. So will it be more, we'll be able to monitor their activities a little bit more easily, I guess, since they'll maybe have some more not dark money, but I don't know. That's another story here. Let's talk about the Jet. Benny and the Jets. It's a really good song. No, we're talking about the F-35. The F-35 fighter jet is worth this much Bitcoin, everybody. Over the weekend, a concerning incident unfolded as the F-35 went missing in South Carolina. The situation escalated after an incident that forced the pilot to eject from the jet, leaving the sophisticated aircraft unaccounted for. Each jet can cost up to $160 million, but this variant costs roughly $80 million. The jet equates to nearly 3,000 Bitcoin. At the latest price, 26,961. Technically, 2,967 Bitcoin. This entire program is on track to cost 1.7 trillion over the lifetime of the plane, which is more than 3 times higher than Bitcoin's entire current market cap. On Monday, reports said the debris had been located as the remains of a F-35 fighter jet. So yeah, those being reported. There's a debris field. I've said I heard there's the B-52 bomber. If you look at the supply map, every single of the 50 states has like some sort of part in the supply chain. Why? Because you want the congressmen to be able to go up to their constituents and be like, I got us a high-paying factory job. We make this. And so every 50, and I don't know if it's true or not, I haven't verified, each of the 50 states has a B-52 part. And then you compare that to SpaceX, which is consolidating all building, trying to bring in more and more machining, and then they're coming in wildly under cost versus NASA, versus India's space program. I don't know what it is compared to China. I don't even know if this data is real, but just showing you, well, you know, is there a good way and a wrong way to make these this weaponry? Maybe.
I think the private sector is well capable. I think the private sector is there.
All right, so you want to? You're a libertarian. You want a private? You don't even want stoplights, Drew?
No, absolutely. Just smoke signals and
zero infrastructure
and road.
Perfect.
No, it's one of Drew's buddies in the militia guard. He stands at the intersection. He's like,
"Hey, listen, only during the summer of love."
But like, don't you have to do we would all have to do like a shift, you know? Like, I got to do the 17th, like 12 to 8 p.m.
I don't sleep on Wednesdays. No sleep on Wednesday.
All right, let's talk about let's just jump into the 2024 elections. All right, we're going to talk about Tom Emmer here. And today's Tom Sawyer gets high. Wait, no, we're talking about the digital assets, and it will be a sleeper issue for 2024 elections. 3 candidates from both parties have taken anti-CBDC positions as part of their 2024 run. This is at the Permissionless Conference in Austin just about a week ago. Emmer said certain candidates running for office in 2024 may underestimate the impact of issues surrounding crypto and blockchain. He pointed out financial privacy concerns, specifically mentioning government oversight of CBDCs. According to Emmer, there's a generational divide in the U.S. in which residents could push back on policies that potentially inhibit the digital space, and in doing so, flush out the technologically ignorant lawmakers. At least 3 candidates from both major U.S. parties have taken a public position on CBDCs. First, we have DeSantis, promised to ban CBDCs. Then May, he signed a law. Then we also have Emmer. He reintroduced a bill aiming limiting the Federal Reserve from issuing a CBDC in the U.S. He's also backed an appropriations amendment for the SEC, which could reduce their ability to follow through with enforcement actions on firms. What else do we got? So we got, and then we also have Vivek Ramaswamy and Robert F. Kennedy. So the other long shots are Vivek, I think how you're supposed to say, and old Robbie. Robbie. I would vote for either one of those. I would probably vote number 1, number 2, number 3. That's how I would vote. But I think all 3. I think they're saying DeSantis is a better governor than campaigner.
Yeah, I mean, he's not very exciting, I think, is what he's missing on. The DeSantis excitement level's not there. He's up against Trump, the orange one, the catalyzing one. I mean, they're up. They're fighting an uphill battle against the
That's
orange.
true.
My take on DeSantis is, you know, he has this Navy SEAL JAG, you know, lawyer personality, and then that type of personality is not going to lend well to the campaign trail. So I think he, you know, tried to embellish certain aspects of his personality. Like, you know what? I should smile 47% more, and I should laugh this percent more, and I should shake hands, and I should kiss that baby even though I don't want to. And then he's kind of forcing these things. Yeah. And then that's why you see it's like, he's like angry smile, laugh.
Yeah.
And stuff. It's funny.
I like RFK the most out of all of these ones, to be honest. The one, obviously, I saw him speak at Bitcoin Miami, right? And wasn't that his voice thing did kind of throw me off. And I like when you look at like, you know, how they keep track of like people running for president, like off the color of their tie or the way they present themselves, how they do their hair or stuff like that. Because like, you know, my dad always said that like single people are smart, but like the population is stupid. So like when you kind of look at like the thing with his voice against the entire country, how many people that aspect of him is going to throw off. It's just like, I don't want that to come in the way. Like his message is really good and it shouldn't matter how it gets delivered, but it is going to matter to the masses. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The, you know, people who are just a surface level participant
NPCs
might just immediately be turned off by his voice and just that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I can see that for sure.
That's majority of people. So.
Yeah, that's 90% of people.
All right. We got Orange Man comments coming in, you know, strong feel. Chris Christie, you know, saying how much of a, you know, a heavy hitter on the political stage he is. You know, I hear that thundering booms of applause when he walks on stage. Hey, if it was today, type in who you vote for. I'm interested to see what some of these people say. All right, let's talk about, let's go across the pond here. UK House of Lords passes bill to seize stolen crypto. What is going on with the UK? They introduced this and primarily aims to tackle crypto-related financial crimes. The bill went from the House of Commons to the House of Lords, and I think it has to be signed by, I forget his name, but the UK's financial regulator recently revealed its willingness to work with crypto companies develop a much-awaited regulatory framework for the industry. Guys, it's not going to be the Discord cypherpunk who really cares about crypto and freedom. It's not going to be, you know, hey, I bet this guy was like, you know, part of the white paper authors. It's not going to be Monero's founder writing this thing. It's going to be, when you saw Sam Altman in front of Congress, he's like, yes, we want to comply. We want oversight committees. They're going to position that type of person on the stage, and they're going to say, this person speaks for crypto. It's not going to be Charles Hoskinson. It's not going to be, you know, Vitalik's comms person. So it's going to be a plant. It's going to be a plant, essentially.
100%.
Picture noted the FCA's responsibilities are limited to making sure that the crypto firms that operate comply with AML and counter-terrorist financing legislation here. Yeah, we don't want the UK to just be able to go call Coinbase, say, give me all of the Druth's crypto. Ugh. He posted about MREs, and we have to have people eat the bugs.
Every time.
Yeah, but they don't want that. They don't want that. Drew, you'll eat the bugs, though, right?
Depends on the situation.
It depends on the situation. That's the perfect answer. You know what? You hungry enough, you're going to eat the bugs.
I'd rather eat bugs than people.
You ever see...
That's debatable, man.
All right. I agree with that. I agree with that. On that note, you see the cartoon. It's like Tom and Jerry or Elmer. You know, one of those cartoons where the animal kind of looks over at the person, and all of a sudden they turn into a drumstick.
Yeah, like in Madagascar. Yeah.
You miss 6 meals. That's how your neighbor will look at you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's hilarious.
The veneer of civility is fragile. You know, let's just say it that way. The
how did we get here?
Civility is very fragile.
He said he'd rather the bugs.
The bugs.
Brought up the bugs.
Okay.
Brought up the bugs. And
All
then Drew immediately went into, I'd rather eat bugs than people. Like, okay.
All right. I'm glad.
Drew, I'm glad.
Let
you
me
went
know
there.
in the chat. Would you
I
rather
was already
eat...
thinking it. I was already there in my mind. All right, hit the like button if you're there too.
Yeah.
All right, we got some yellow. We got Orange Man's. Orange Man's crushing it. It looks like RFK. Yeah, Orange Man wins. Okay,
if the people don't believe it.
Yeah, he's winning by a decent bit there. So for sure. All right, let's talk about the SEC commissioner here, urging crypto firms to not give up the fight. We got a right to fight. Securities. All right. Pro crypto SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce, this is the ex-commissioner here, has urged crypto firms not to back down on the push for clarity. Makes this clamp down on several notable digital assets. Regulatory uncertainty shall pass. And this may prompt the commission to have a change of heart. In an interview with Cointelegraph, he said, don't give up on the U.S. This too shall pass. This confusion shall pass. This is probably in response to a lot of people going to Singapore. You're just saying, oh my God, they have clarity here in the city. So nice and everything is just so awesome. I wish America was like this.
Imagine that.
I don't know when Justin Williams will get here, but I'll talk to him.
He looks
definitely
like he's having a really good time out there.
Yeah, look cool. Cool.
Nice.
Altcoin Daily, they were out there too.
Yeah, I saw that. I've never been to. Have you ever been to Singapore, DZ?
I've never been to Singapore. I've never been to Asia. I want to go to Asia.
Same.
Okay. Yeah. I tell you who's not winning. We know who's not winning. All right. Let's see. Let's get into Binance. Will he even get wheeled out on stage?
Shout out to Jimbo the wrestler, Druth on the independent ticket. Druth, what are you running on? What's your banner phrase? What's the word? I can't even think of the word right now.
God.
What's your quote?
I don't want to say right now.
You know what I would do for Drew if I was Drew's campaign manager? We would bring back an oldie but goodie. Don't tread on me.
There we go. There we go.
Lean right into
catchphrase.
it.
That's the word I couldn't think of.
Lean right into it. We don't got to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's talk about Binance here. Let's see. SEC denied. Okay, that's part of that. Yeah. SEC denied. All right, so Binance wins around. Judge denies SEC access to the Binance US software.
Nice.
This was at 4 p.m. last night, so we couldn't cover. We did cover Binance and the SEC. We don't have this latest ruling here. Basically, the SEC was like, hey, we want all this information. If you watch ATB, we break it down great with some expert opinions. But basically, the SEC is like, hey, man, we need all your info. We need all your messaging. We just need everything to make sure you're not selling unregistered securities. So Binance, they turned around and they said, here's 220 documents. And that's what they gave them. And then the SEC was like, we need a lot more than that. We need to look at everything. Give us complete access. Well, it looks like the judge said no. The judge declined its request for immediate access to the document. This development emerged during a recent court ruling, primarily focused on the motion to compel Binance to provide extensive information as it makes its executives available for depositions. The primary claim is that it sold unregistered securities to U.S. clients. And they're just saying, look, it's just a little bit smells like a polycule, and so they just got to make sure it's not a FTX situation there. What does that smell like? Chat, type it in. All right, Binance or not, I don't know.
That might get
don't if you're typing from experience, just don't tell us. Just don't tell us. I don't want to know. Let's see. Golf with bunkers and hazards would be tame and monotonous. So would life. Vote Drew. I like that. Golf without bunkers and hazards would be lame.
I love it.
Tame and monotonous.
If you want the truth, vote for Druth.
That's it right there. We got
good.
a winner.
I like
you
that.
want the truth. Mario Cantonese, great one right there. Yeah, if you want the truth, vote for Druth.
That's
Am I running
perfect.
for president now? Is
That's
that what
perfect.
just happened?
It's stealing Ramaswamy's, right? Isn't his vote for truth? Which is pretty close, but different.
But it's not the truth.
It's not. We got
It's
the
not
rhyme.
truth. You have to have the rhyme. When I was in 11th grade, my buddy Landon ran for class president, and I was his manager. We made this whole joke out of it, and I made the catchphrase. It was better off with Fedorov, and of course he took the dub. So you always have to get the rhyme. So Drew, I think you should run for president. Smash that like button.
If I was going against John Fetterman, I would just say I'm better than Fetterman.
Better than Fetterman. That's a bar.
Yeah, that's good. I remember. Then we'll get right into the Binance thing right after this. I remember 5th grade. We had this big campaign, and I stole the campaign from MTV, and it was like something about unity and world peace, and I stole it from MTV, and they had erase the hate, and I just stole it.
Nice.
And I did it. And they're like, I remember the teachers got together and sent me, this is so good.
That's
I
great.
didn't admit it. I was like, I just thought of it.
Yeah, no big deal. No big
All
deal.
right. I was 10, y'all. I was 10. Okay. All right. Let's all right. Binance US is also hit hard. So we got the CEO, he left. So people fleeing ship. We got the SEC. They're pissed. Well, what are the customers doing? They're fleeing, baby.
Yep.
The trading activity is down 98% amid the SEC squabble. So that's basically the story. This is from January of this year to August of this year. This is according to independent research firm CCC data. The zooming on this website is way too slow, so I'm over it. But yeah, I think the headline is essentially the story right there.
That's not good.
It's so unfortunate because even though they're in a court case, there's no outcome yet. This is what happened. People get scared. People don't know what to do. Am I going to lose my? They don't. You know what I mean? People just run because of the lawsuit. It's happened to a lot of coins that don't even have actual lawsuits with the SEC. And this is the problem with the system as we have it right now. And at least we have Hester Pierce in the SEC, like pushing back and is going more for crypto. Like, I'm just really grateful there's more and more crypto politicians considering the climate right now.
Yeah, and if you go back 8 years, probably barely any, right? You have like maybe Cynthia, and maybe that's about it. All right, well, let's talk, speaking, I did mention the polycule. No, it's time to talk about FTX. I was going to say something about his parents with that, but let's not go there. No, we're talking about FTX suing SBF's parents over breaches of fiduciary duties and unjust enrichment. According to the bankruptcy court here, FTX seeks to recover millions fraudulently transferred and misappropriated by his parents. The shining examples, hey, maybe some say the apple don't fall far from the tree. Is that the situation here? Smells like a rotten apple with a dirty, cold, shriveled worm in it. All right, Bankman-Fried, both Stanford law professors, played key roles in perpetuating FTX's culture of misrepresentations and gross mismanagement. They helped to cover up allegations that would have to expose their fraudulent activities. He helped manage the company's management to evade taxes due to his deep understanding of tax law. I want to get into the message here. FTX charged SBF's parents with 12 counts of allegations, fraudulent transfers, unjust enrichment, and breaches of fiduciary duties. There's an actual message here. I'm going to skip to this. All right. So we're skipping a little bit ahead here. Let's see. Do I need to refresh? I thought I had it here. I might need a refresh. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm going to hit refresh. Thought it would have done it when I just clicked on likes. All right. Here we go. Right here. SBF's father was unhappy with the salary at FTX. So he emailed his son asking for more money and then pulled the "I'm telling your mother" dad card and looped SBF's mom into the email thread.
Oh, stop.
What was he getting paid? Guys, he was only getting paid $16,000 a month.
How are you supposed to survive on such a salary?
Yeah,
I know. He needed to get paid this amount. He wanted $80,000 a month.
Wow.
Give me $80,000 or I'm telling your mother.
What are you supposed to do? As a
What
kid
are you going to? Yeah, I mean, mom
situation?
brings the chicken tendies.
Right.
It ain't dad.
Who's going to do my
milk?
laundry?
Yeah.
Who's going to fold my socks?
So, yeah, interesting tidbit of the story there. SBF's parents. Now, do you think the parents are arguing right now?
Oh, yeah.
For sure. They have to be. They have to be. And like, I bet she's probably throwing it in his face. Like, he just had to ask him for money.
Yeah.
He just had to do it. You know how that works out.
Yeah, and our son said use all the messaging apps that delete the messages. You could have just asked him in person. Why'd you put it in Slack?
Yeah.
It's probably what they're wondering there.
There it is.
Oh man, yeah, 16K. We show Donald Pepe's comment there. It's not all right. He drops a F-bomb, but it's not that bar. He said the word fart. All right, let's talk about ETH ICO here. We got some early participant. What was that ICO price? Like 37 cents or something like that. As the ICO participant, one of the earliest supporters of Ethereum, has moved $10 million worth of Ethereum to Kraken, 6,000 Ether. Cryptocurrency exchange. Recent data from OnChain reveals they also received 250,000 ETH when each traded for $40 during the crowdfunding in 2014. This amount is currently worth over $466 million. When transfers to an exchange are usually considered bearish, typically whales have the potential to impact the market due to the sheer size of their holdings. So as of September 18th, there are 800,000 validators when it comes to ETH. That is, users who have locked at least 32 ETH operating an Ethereum full node. Cumulatively, 25 million ETH have been locked, but the price is recovering. A lot of that's going to be just due to Bitcoin, just dragging everything up here. All right. Donald, I tried. All right. Hey, you got your other message in. All right. Let's see. Book IQ of 160, street IQ of 5.
5.
I would say that's pretty good.
What
do you think? All right. What is
that.
better for business? The high IQ, the low streets, or the high book and the low streets, or the inverse there?
Inverse, 100%.
I think so too.
Social skills are everything. I don't care how much information you regurgitate from a textbook. That doesn't matter in a social hierarchy.
Yeah, and a lot of it will be dependent on the industry, like SpaceX.
True.
Probably not the company for that.
That's totally
but Dana
fair.
White in the UFC.
Yep.
I think he's a very, very bright individual. I don't think he knows trigonometry.
Yeah, but you don't need to know trigonometry.
Yeah,
Sine, cosine, tangent. I hated it. Hated trigonometry.
What's the the quadratic equation. It's like y equals, what is it, x parentheses a minus b close parentheses squared divided by y. I don't know.
MX.
There's
Y equals MX.
Ben
plus
Cowan
B
is
or
like,
something.
the quadratic formula is this, you idiot. Sorry, Ben Cowan. I'm sorry. I forgot my math equations. Those that don't know, I think he's like is a master's in mathematics, master's, maybe doctorate. I don't know. Shout out to Ben Cowan. He's when it comes to math,
he's so smart.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, that's what I would say. I would delegate to someone who's like, maybe a little bit more educated, smarter than me on it. All right, scarce and desirable. Gotta have both, like Bitcoin. Okay. You want your devs and engineers to have high book IQ. Yeah, like we were saying, depending on the industry there. John Blake, too soon, man. Too soon. All right, let's see. So we have the ETH ICO. We're not going to do the L2. I'll just read the title here. Canto and Astar blockchains plan expansion to ecosystem as layer 2. So they're going to branch. Hey, look, we tried the L1. Didn't work. We're going to try L2. All right, nothing wrong with that. Then we have Standard Chartered Zodia Custody, crypto custody firm, begins offering yield on crypto holdings. Okay, cool. Zodia, good job for you, I suppose. Yeah. And then we have Citi, a little bit more serious here. Citi just launched tokenized deposits for institutional clients. The Citi token service will help enable instant transfers globally. I would be careful before we run with this story and say, oh my God, this is just the hugest bullish case scenario ever. AJ, could you look up when did the JP Morgan coin test net begin? I guess not so much the main net, but like when do they start doing that JPM coin? It doesn't mean that it's instantly buying Bitcoin tomorrow. They could work with this for years and years and years. They're essentially probably going to wait for regulatory clarity. Everybody there.
The JPM has been in development for years.
Yeah, in 2019, February 14, 2019, it said it was conducting tests in the next several months. There's one article.
2019 though?
In 2019, it was going to launch.
4 years ago. 4 years ago. Has JP Morgan came out and put the press release, we're buying Bitcoin? They haven't. Are they secretly buying? Maybe. Let's see. So it's AX squared plus BX plus C equals 0.
That's right.
Y equals MX plus B.
That's
and
slope.
420 equals 69.
Nice. Facts.
Guess. I don't know. Infinity divided by 21 million. I like that one. Y equals AX squared plus BX plus C. Okay, yeah, not 0. Okay, Y.
Why?
All right, 2 plus 2 equals 5 minus 1. Now
This
you're
is
wrinkling
great.
my brain, man, at that point, dude. I don't know, man. You lost me with that one. All right. You guys ready for the XRP? People were like, where's the XRP section? DZ hates XRP. I knew he secretly hated it because he said it wouldn't hit 589. No, we do like XRP. We're just waiting for some XRP news. We have XRP cut. That's right. XRP is opening a chain of hair salons. You're going to be able to bring your XRPL, which is the XRP ledger, and you're going to pay for a trimming, just like they trimmed your wallet balance. I'm joking. All right. No, XRP cut as New York corrects crypto whip, which tokens made it. And then you whip the nay-nay. All right. Now, you missed it. You had to watch it in the court. Why did I do it again? All right. So following a recent review of its guidance on the listing of virtual currencies, New York Department of Financial Services, I think this stands for New York Department of Financial Services. They're not going to give it to me. New York Department of Financial Services. Yes. The NYDFS has turned the screws tighter by dramatically cutting its green list of approved cryptocurrencies in the state, including the removal of XRP. So they're like, hey, guys, we have the chosen anointed coins. And then Gary whispered in their ear, like, oh, never mind, not those.
Not those ones.
So we have Bitcoin, ETH, the Gemini dollar. Yeah, Gemini does a lot of work. Genesis, they do a lot of work in New York. Let's see, the GMO, GPY, USD, Pax Gold, Pax Dollar, PayPal dollar. Okay, so PayPal jumping in.
Wow.
Makes me a little bit more bullish on that PayPal dollar surviving, say, 2 years from now.
Oh, I think it's absolutely going to survive.
Yeah, it looks like it might be beating Circle.
Dude,
Maybe.
I mean,
I just hope Tether remains king. I want someone semi-decentralized.
It's the largest private payment processor on earth. So they're probably going to be around for a while.
Mr. Techno Goody, no, the cut includes the hot liquid on the towel, the hot washcloth includes that. All right, the previous green list was significantly greater in scope. It used to have 24 tokens and 5 stable coins. Now it's basically 2 tokens and essential stable coins there. So Yeah, what else did they get rid of, folks, here? They got rid of Basic Attention Token, Bancor, Aave, ETH Classic. Oh, the ETH Classic people are seething right now. It should be more decentralized than Ethereum, I would say. That's weird that, I guess I got to make a choice, right? Oh, yeah, because they've taken off ETH as well. So both are removed there. Yeah, we have XRP is also taken down.
They even pulled Dogecoin.
Not poor Doge, not poor Chainlink.
Pull the plug on Dogecoin and Chain. Like I always feel so bad for people. Like I have some friends that live in New York and they message me like from school or whatever. They're like, "How do I buy crypto?" And I'm just like, unless you like, get another ID or something, or use a VPN or whatever, just don't live in New York and do crypto. It's very unfortunate for. I'm like, what is the point, DZ? Like, I've never understood. Like,
well, I know exactly the point. The crypto bros interrupt people defecating on the sidewalks.
Oh,
and we got to focus on what's important.
Okay, that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
It makes complete sense. I've New York isn't my favorite state. Like there are some pretty cool motocross tracks there, but like the city and everything, I don't understand why people are like, oh, I just can't wait to spend my next month in Brooklyn. Like I've never understood it. That might sound like really like insensitive or whatever, but I don't know. I don't like New York that much.
Brian, did they burn your ear hair off? That is a thing that has to happen. You start getting older. Drew, you got the ear hair issues yet?
I got here.
I'm Italian too, quarter Italian, so I got that counting against me. AJ, you're younger, in your 20s, correct?
No, I'm 32.
Okay, you got the ear thing going?
What ear thing?
Ear hair.
Ear hair? Well, Jada has tweezers.
Does she do it while you sleep? Do you not know?
Probably. She sneaks up on me, man. She's sneaky, very sneaky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. She like gets you like Edward Scissorhands, like real quick or something. Like, how's that work?
I don't know. I don't know. She's just that fast.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Just fastest tweezers in the East, I guess.
Pitbull Kitty said, "You just a hater, bruh. Yo, bruh, you just a hater."
Oh, they're mad about the Pitbull hot takes that we had.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes complete sense.
All right. Well, we got one more XRP thing here. We have a massive comeback on a certain metric for XRP, a 50% increase for a Bitcoin like this. That does kind of matter. We're talking about the XRP liquidity. The liquidity depth has risen. So the market depth rose from an average of 8 million to 12 million. May not seem like that much, but a 50% increase is going to be really good. It's going to be a little bit less volatility. For XRP's price there. So it's a good thing there. All right. So we have hodl, trade, or dump. 3 coins. Hodl, trade, dump. What do we got? Yeah, AJ, you look pretty good for 32.
Thank you. Yeah, I was just saying, don't tell anyone I'm old in the chat. Yeah, actually, like so many people are like, "Oh, I'm not taking investing advice from a kid," like kind of comments like that. And I just don't think to myself, like, if you only knew, definitely, I'm okay with it though. I'm completely okay with it. I'd rather people think I'm younger. It doesn't matter to me at all.
I'm 40 in less than a year. When I had, the Atlanta Falcons hat, they're like, "No, you're not." I take it off. They're like, "Oh yeah, you are."
Yep.
Yeah, that tracks.
We all kind of look extra young. Like I'm 36, and I feel like I look like I'm in high school still. So
you don't look like you're in high school, Drew.
Yeah, who's gassing
Not
you
at
up?
all.
Who is gassing you up?
That's definitely my wife. So.
Oh, that's good.
Well,
that's good.
Yeah. A lot of relationships require
built
lies.
On lies.
Yeah. I'm joking, Joe.
Yeah. Kat calls me her handsome man.
See?
I know it's a lie. It makes me feel better.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we have here? All right. So buy, trade, dump, or hodl, trade, dump. What are our 3 coins here? All right. So we got this Bitcoin, Cash. What are our 3 coins here? Bitcoin, Solana, eCash. eCash is on the list here. All right. So what do we got? Yeah. eCash, XEC, coming in at rank 65. Oh, man. All right. So I see one is up 15%. 15% for the 7-day there. Oh, no. Did I lose it? No, I didn't lose it, did I? Oh, okay. There it goes. All right. So, yeah, we have eCash up 15% for the week. We have Solana up 10% for the week. And Bitcoin up 4% for the week. Guys, I talked about this, I think just yesterday. I don't like all those zeros. I don't like it.
I don't like them either.
I don't like it.
I'm
and so I'm dumping it for that reason. People are going to get mad. Oh, you didn't look into the tokenomics. You didn't know that the team's so awesome. If we do click, let me do a little bit more due diligence here. All right. Wow. Okay. I'm becoming a fan. Dang it. All right. So if you look at the total supply, 19.5 billion. No, trillion. Yeah, trillion. Yeah, 100,000 million,
Wow.
billion, trillion. 19.5 trillion total, 21 trillion. So we're looking at, roughly 92% out, 92.87, 93% round up, 93% out. Dang it, that's good. If I click on the all. Okay, so this is going to be not much data points. So it literally launched a couple months before all-time high for Bitcoin there. Then it peaked months before Bitcoin. All right, so this is Bitcoin's peak right here. You can see, okay, wow, Bitcoin all-time high. It didn't really want to put up a nice little chunk. Now, this could be good. This could be bad. Let me walk you through both scenarios. The bad, it's a trend line to the downside. The good, maybe the team dumped a lot. I know that sounds bad, but I'm saying, yeah, look, 93% of the coins out. Maybe they got rid of it all. And so maybe it could be up and to the right from here. That being said, I really would need to know more about it with a rank of 65. Wow, market cap is $500 million.
$500 million.
That's just hard for that to really move up a whole lot. It's the zeros. I'm gonna lean on. I'm doing it because of zeros, but one, it's mostly because I am more familiar with Bitcoin and Solana. I got to dump the eCash. I gotta hodl the Solana and trade the Bitcoin. Yeah, I know it's wild, folks. It's wild. Jimbo 45. Happy birthday, Jim. I respect you.
Yeah.
I
Happy
respect
birthday,
your
Jim.
authority.
Also, Chemistry Bro said he just turned 28. Happy birthday, bro. He's been in the basement chat forever. Chemistry Bro. He's an OG. I like that guy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Don't say dump around AJ. He hasn't had his fiber yet. 30. Is that like an old joke?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. What's fiber? Do you eat fiber? Like, do you have a box of fiber at home, DZ?
No.
Does it come in a can?
What do I do for my fiber? I eat blueberries.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. I guess I need to I need to eat some figs.
Got to keep stuff moving, boys.
Mr. Techno Goodies sometimes pretty good with these comments, folks. Bad news. We lost our stealth jet. Good news. Our stealth technology works.
Bars.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
All right. Let's get into the likes here on the. Let's do the X minute. It only takes a millisecond for you to hit that like button. So if you want to go ahead and hit that like button, it's just a fraction of the minute here, folks.
Yeah, right now we are at 317 with 1,200 watching. Up to 1,300 the whole time.
Let's get 103, baby.
Yep. That'd be maybe 400 likes even. I mean, at least like every day we come on, we always have at least 1,100, 1,400. I'm glad that there's a good solid base. I just want to thank everybody who's stuck around and wants to listen to the news every day. You guys are the best.
Stealth jet was probably shut down by a Chinese balloon. Maybe. Who knows?
Hey, you never know.
Figs aren't good. I got some figs and they sucked. I got to get some good ones. All right. The first time I had bad fruit from Publix. All right. First, we got that uranium stock pick.
Oh yeah. What is it? What's the ticker?
So this is from Blunt's Capital, and if you look, he shouts out the person who did a lot of research on it. And just looks pretty good. So DYL, I guess.
DYL.
Deep Yellow Limited.
Yep, I see it.
It's a good name too for uranium.
It's like a Coldplay song.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right. Here we have Chainlink, guys. I know I'm bullish on Chainlink. Maybe too much. There's nothing wrong with it. Shout out to all the green text lurkers in the chat here. We have Chainlink co-founder talking with NASDAQ to discuss what it means with Web3 banks moving on chain. So. Yeah, I see your token founder talking with NASDAQ about onboarding banks into blockchain. Bullish.
Yeah.
Bullish for Chainlink. Here we have the court documentation. If you, here's the actual quote. Gee, Sam, this is Sam Bankman's dad about his son not paying him enough. Gee, Sam, I don't know what to say here. This is the first I've heard of the $200K a year salary. Putting Barbara on this. I like how he goes right before he said, I'm putting your mom in this email. He has an exclamation point for a nice fluctuation of emotion there. Yeah. Like, first time I'm hearing about it, I'm putting your mom on the case here. Gee, Sam. Gee.
You're killing me.
Why don't you give me $20,000 every 7 days? That seems fair, I guess.
That does make. I mean, what did he do? There's always so much speculation on if Sam's dad was the guy behind the curtain, actually manipulating everything. I know Ben really thought that, always thought that Sam's dad was behind everything. And I don't really know I don't know his involvement in it, to be honest, but I was surprised that he was initially only getting paid 16 grand. I kind of felt like
Well, I think Sam and his father both prescribed very heavily to the effective altruism ideals, which some would say are largely woke ideals, given how they wanted to do the basically, I know I can spend my money smarter than you can. And I think they weren't so much about Sam trying to please his father, Sam and his father trying to please the elites. Look what we gave for climate change. Look what we gave for equity. Look what we gave, for this ESG company. Look what we're doing. Don't you like me?
Yeah.
And I think they're both like just trying to please the hand that will always just slap them away. All right. Vumio has a pretty good, get off. Vumio has a pretty good tweet here. Which industry is going to grow with NFTs the fastest? Real estate, music, ticketing, e-commerce. I click ticketing. Ticketing's winning.
Yeah, I think ticketing too.
Here we have, what did they do? What did they do? You see the geese? What did they do? I know what they did, AJ. I know what they did. They sold quack.
Stop.
That's good.
That's pretty funny.
Homer Simpson cosplay for your nightmares.
Oh no.
That's pretty good.
Imagine like walking home and like the dark alley is right by your house. It's like 4 a.m. You turn and there he is.
There he is.
Just waiting for you with the one single street light just right on his face.
It reminds me of like the Dark Garfield, I'm sorry, John post there.
Yeah.
I like how Elon Musk is drugged, the Wall Street Journal, Tesla, Saudi Arabia, and early talks for EV. Yet another utterly false article from the Wall Street Journal. This was just so wrong. But all right, then we're going to end it right here. Dude Wipes pulling a Wendy's here, kind of winning the internet. Going to be a busy day. What day are they? I only got 61 likes. This was yesterday, I guess. It was National Cheeseburger Day. McDonald's selling 50-cent cheeseburgers. Wendy's giving them out for a penny. Dude Wipes, going to be a busy day for us. That was good.
That's hilarious.
That was good. So I've never used a Dude Wipe. I just thought it was pretty funny. So give them a little free plug.
They're
right
fantastic.
Hey, I pulled the chart on the DYL really fast if you want to look at that really quick.
Okay.
This is that stock DZ was talking about. I don't know. I don't trade stocks, to be completely honest with you, but off the chart, I did notice there's a relative support resistance line right here at right around $2. And also it also kind of traded in this range here, which was the ceiling of this like kind of pattern was the floor of this one back here. So that's a relative level as well. And I mean, and it is putting in higher highs, higher lows on large time frames. This is a weekly chart, by the way, so it's super relative. And if it is to go just to that, to retest that relative support resistance level, you're looking at, a 79% gain. So there you go. That might be a play.
Jimbo Wrestler, 29-cent cheeseburger Tuesday, 29-cent hamburger Tuesday, 39-cent cheeseburger Tuesday, and then 79-cent 6-nugget Wednesdays.
We were kings.
Or maybe it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is what that was.
We went to Five Guys yesterday. So good.
Great stuff there.
So good.
Talking about Link, utility partnerships are better than development partnerships. SBF family is what happened when the last kids picked for dodgeball grow up angry.
Facts.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. 10-cent cheeseburgers are a market buy. Yeah. It's up there with Costco hot dogs.
Yeah.
Dude Wipe, they call them man ponds. That's pretty good.
Dude wipes work
in there.
Dude wipes work, bro. Faster than taking a shower. Great. I like that. There you go.
See?
You don't leave them in there, Drew.
No.
Okay. The Drew.
You don't? I'm kidding.
Okay. All right, guys. It's been a pretty good stream. I hope you hit that like button on the way here. We had a great time, bringing you this content. We're going to be back bringing more regular content. We got some shorts coming. I got another crypto VC video that should be going out today. I reveal Andreessen Horowitz investments. Then I just did Paradigm dropping today. Tomorrow, might do Coinbase Ventures. Show you what they're investing in. So, ready for the next bull run. When the big VCs are dumping, know what they're dumping and dump at the same time as them, everybody. All right, dollar menu in Chorritos. I haven't had Taco Bell in now about 10 years. McDonald's about 13 years.
Good for you. I might go eat fast food like that. I don't know. Once every 2 months. We eat at home a lot. We cook at home a lot, but it's just good.
That's my Coinbase venture pick, actually. Root. I am Root. Root, you're better late than never. So Root. Front run. So if you want to read the comment right there, it's about 50. It's under $1. It's good stuff there. And I got a hand-delivered glizzy. I will never eat a glizzy on camera.
Mm.
So I got to go off
A
camera. and eat this.
glizzy.
Y'all have a good one. Hit that like button.
Dude, give me a bite of that glizzy.